The last client who I did immersion coaching with ended up sleeping with 7 girls in the course of 10 days. And I know that might sound like an extreme claim, but at the end of the video, I will play a compilation of testimonials of different clients talking about the crazy successes they had. Immersion coaching is the most powerful way to make a very fast transformation in your dating life. Another client that I did an immersion coaching with actually took a girl's virginity on the 3rd day, and he had only slept with 1 girl in the previous 6 months. These kinds of things happen because we have years of resistance to approaching women. We have spent our entire lives making excuses. Seeing a hot girl, not doing it. See a hot girl, she's too hot. She's not hot enough. She's walking too fast. She's walking too slow. We are used to making excuses. You know what? I could go out, but I could also play League of Legends. I could go out, but I could also swipe on Tinder to make myself feel like I'm trying to improve my dating life, even though I never get any results from it. That's what we usually do. But when you join an immersion coaching, when you work with someone for 7 days, you get to fight against that inertia, that momentum that is telling you not to take action, that is giving you all these excuses. You get to fight back in a very profound way. The first day, it's going to be hard to approach. The first day, you're going to probably make some excuses. It's going to be a battle of wills where I have to push you into approaching, and it's not easy to get you to do it. But every single time, I end up getting you to start approaching. I help you build some momentum forward. And once you're able to approach, the next day, you get a couple girls' numbers. And then on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th day, I find out what your personal weaknesses are. I'll notice maybe you're approaching too indirectly. The girls don't even know you're hitting on them, and then they wonder why you're interviewing them for no apparent reason, and they say, okay, have a nice day. Or maybe you're coming on too strong. You're kind of intimidating. You're getting too much into their personal space without them being comfortable with it, and they feel pushed away. They feel like, no, I need to get out of this situation, and girls are rejecting you because of that. Every single client I work with has some kind of mistake they're making that they're not even aware they're making. And the fastest way to fix that is to have a coach with years of experience observe you, tell you what mistake you're making, and give you a quick solution. Because what I'll do is I'll see you do some kind of like half-assed approach, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'll go do it too, and you'll see, holy shit, no wonder she rejected me. And then I'll show you a better way to do it. So 3rd, 4th, 5th day, I'm basically sharpening the sword, finding out what mistakes you're making that are holding you back, and correcting them very quickly. And then the last couple days, you have so much momentum, you've learned so much. By the 6th, 7th day, chances are you are bringing girls home. Chances are you are getting makeouts, you are getting dates, you are getting successes. That happens the vast majority of the time because 7 days is enough time to make a real transformation. With that said, the reason I'm doing immersion coaching instead of weekly boot camps like I did in the past is partly because burnout. Because doing that every single week, 4 hours a day, 3 nights a week, it became overwhelming. It became something that just was not sustainable. So with this immersion coaching, I'm only going to be doing it once per month. And I'm only going to be taking up to 3 clients maximum, once per month. And basically, I was able to fill every single boot camp with 3 clients for the past year. So when I'm doing this, the spots are going to be extremely limited. If you're interested in getting coaching with me, you should definitely click the link below to sign up for a free consultation call to find out if this is a good fit for you. And if you're wondering, is this going to be like $5,000, $6,000? No, it's not going to be that expensive. It's only a little bit more than a normal 3-day boot camp, which is $1,500. This is going to be $2,000, and that's for an entire week of coaching with me. So if you genuinely want to succeed with pickup, the only reason not to get coaching is because you genuinely can't afford it, or you don't believe it will work. You don't believe it's real. And if that's the case, then make sure to watch my testimonials and watch the infield footage of myself picking up girls time and again, and listen to the stories of my former clients talking about their successes. And if that doesn't convince you, I don't know what will. But if you do see the value in coaching, then make sure to click the link below to sign up for a free call to find out if you're a good fit for the program. As soon as the spots for the next 3 months are filled, then I'm going to take down the link, and that might happen within a couple hours of uploading this video. At the very longest, it'll take a couple days. Once it's gone, you're not going to have an opportunity to do in-person coaching with me for a very long time.
We've gone out for 3-4 days in a row, like ham. Like I've done at least 100 plus approaches, maybe more. Like a ton of interactions, a ton of reference experiences, and I actually got to pool twice during the boot camp.
So long story short, I got laid from cold approach, and just some context, I'm a guy who has never done cold approach in my life, and I'm someone never cold approach in my fucking life. Okay, and I end up going and hooking up with, I'm not gonna lie, she was pretty fucking hot. All right, just going to med school, like it was a good fucking time.
Meeting girls is not easy for guys these days.
It's about that social, emotional freedom and just challenging yourself and getting out of your comfort zone. Because personally, I think that's what life is all about.
So watching these testimonies is the reason I actually came out here. I wanted to get outside my comfort zone. I wanted to approach more, and I've definitely been doing that. I mean, Avery, he pushes you to like, he'll see a hot girl and he'll tell you go approach. So like, I've approached some of the hottest women I ever approached in my life, and I never thought I could do that until I came to this boot camp.
Decided to give the boot camp, 3-day boot camp a trial, and Avery pushes you like off of a cliff, like a mama bird pushing little chicks to fly for the first time. Just getting out of your own mind. Avery really helps you with that. And the boot camp was a great idea. And I highly recommend it to anyone that wants to get into game, is having trouble meeting women, doesn't like Tinder. Cold approach is a great way to make life becomes your Tinder. The street becomes your Tinder. You can swipe left or right on anybody you want to. And by approaching them, you'll realize if they swipe left or right on you.
You get to be around Avery, the guy's about this fucking life. You know, massive fucking respect to Avery. Really inspirational just being around him. You know, he's going to challenge you the whole night. He's going to go over what you did wrong, what you did right. You're going to learn. But more so than anything, for a guy like me, beginner, complete fucking beginner, going to break down the barriers. It has shown to me that I've already had potential.
But if you don't want to step outside your comfort zone, then you probably don't even need to show up, because like, you have to push yourself. It's not easy. It's going to hurt. It's painful. Rejection is painful, but it's part of the progress. And that's what I've learned during this boot camp. And like, I feel like it's just gonna build my character more. Like, I'm becoming more confident when I go up to women and talking to them. And I think that's priceless, you know, like coming to this boot camp, like it's gonna like change my life if I keep taking action and keep using the principles I'm learning to keep continuing. So I'm definitely ready. I'm looking forward to that. And I wanna thank Avery for like, this boot camp has been awesome. It's been an awesome weekend here in Vegas, you know, everybody's fun here. And definitely check it out.
You can take those lessons you learned home with you. Now, I made a few mistakes, but every time I made a mistake, I learned from it, remembered not to repeat it, and my approaches are getting better and better. I've done several approaches now. I've gotten 8 phone numbers.
You gotta see Avery in action. Like, we went to some of the craziest clubs in Wynwood, and this guy did not approach one girl until the middle of the night because he was like coaching me. The moment he doesn't approach, he gets in state like instantly, and then 30 minutes after, he's pulling 2 hot girls. So I'm like, okay, how the hell can you get in state so fast? So that's like very inspirational for me.
I can't recommend the boot camp enough. Prior to this, I'd never done a cold approach in my life. I ended up going on one date with a girl just logistically, and then was able to pull her back to her place. Had a one-night stand. It was the first one of my life. I recommend Avery 100%. Thank you, Avery, for you've opened my eyes and really changed the way I look at things. I can't wait to keep going.
At the second night of the boot camp, I ended up going home with this girl, which she said she was a model. And I don't know if she was. Who cares? We ended up sleeping together.
2 days after the boot camp ended, and I pulled literally the day after. I almost can't even believe it, but I literally just applied everything Avery showed me, and I literally hadn't like hooked up in over a year before this. So I can't recommend it enough. Literally the stuff that I was told, applied it, it worked. Now I feel like it's just gonna keep going up and up and up.
The night she had to get going, she had a flight in the morning, but we exchanged like information and kept talking, and she said she wanted me to come visit her in California. So I ended up after the boot camp taking a plane to stay at her apartment for 5 days and having sex every day and having a great time. It was really nice and definitely improved my game in many ways. Just getting more comfortable with like really hot chicks. Like she's like a cardiologist. She picks me up in a Camaro when I'm at the airport, and she's wearing like super tight like yoga pants and top was really tight. I was just like, holy shit! Like,
First time I ever took Avery's boot camp, I actually just lost my virginity, which is like pretty eye-opening. Before, I would just go out day after day after day. Avery gave me some feedback, just like don't even take it seriously, just take everything as a joke or whatnot, and just trust in the process. Just attempt just like pulling a girl and just hooking up. She had like this banging body. I was like, oh my gosh, like why are you standing here like miserable? And she was like, I was like with this day or whatever, it didn't go so well. I was like, well, we're about to change that of whatnot. So after that, it was like a little bit of flirting and bantering and whatnot. And I just know it's pretty much down. So all I have to do is just take full responsibility and just lead things forward. Take it to my hotel, and after that, it's just I lost my V card. I never thought I'd lose it to like a hot girl for like my first time.